Why did the Bay of Pigs invasion fail? The Bay of Pigs invasion, carried out in 1961, was a failed attempt by Cuban exiles, backed by the U.S. government and CIA, to overthrow Fidel Castro's regime. After Fidel Castro took control of Cuba in 1959, replacing the U.S.-backed dictator Fulgencio Batista, his authoritarian policies and the nationalization of industries led many Cubans to flee to the United States. The U.S., unhappy with Castro's growing ties to the Soviet Union, began plotting to remove him from power. The CIA trained approximately 1,500 Cuban exiles, forming Brigade 2506, to launch a covert invasion of Cuba. The plan involved airstrikes to weaken Cuban forces, followed by an amphibious landing at the Bay of Pigs. However, the invasion was doomed from the start. The air raids failed to destroy all of Castro's air capabilities, and the landing was delayed due to damaged boats and difficult terrain. The Cuban government, already on high alert, quickly responded. Cuban forces destroyed supply ships, cutting off essential resources like food, ammunition, and medicine for the exiles. Despite some initial successes inland, the exiles were soon overwhelmed by Castro's military. Without sufficient air cover or reinforcements from the U.S., the exiles faced repeated counterattacks. President Kennedy, concerned about revealing direct U.S. involvement, refused to send additional military support, limiting U.S. intervention to a brief air cover that arrived too late. As a result, most of the invading forces were either captured or killed. Over 1,100 exiles were taken prisoner, and the invasion turned into a humiliating defeat for the United States, strengthening Castro's position and embarrassing the CIA. The invasion's failure also boosted Castro's standing domestically and internationally, turning many Latin Americans against U.S. interventionism. The captured exiles were eventually released after 20 months in exchange for $53 million in food and medicine. Despite the failure, the Cuban exile community in the U.S. remained loyal to the country, and many went on to serve in the U.S. military. The Bay of Pigs invasion is remembered as a significant political and military blunder for the U.S., but also a symbol of resilience for the Cuban exiles involved.